Well, you got 60 seconds to talk about whatever. How you doing? Start the clock, please. Here's what's on my mind this morning. NBA trade deadline in the books, and it was at times both predictable and spectacular. Let's start with the predictable. Raptors needed a guy off the bench. They got one. Meet Thaddeus Young. 33 years old. He's been around the block, dependable in the key, solid defensively. Raptors got him from San Antonio for Goran Dragic and a protected first-round pick. That was the predictable. Here was the spectacular. James Harden, seen here being attacked by his own beard, was traded for the second time in 2 years. Brooklyn dealt Harden to Philly in a move that included another disgruntled star, Ben Simmons. Both Philly with Harden and Brooklyn with Simmons, in my humble opinion, brought in players that are extremely self-centered and will not help you win it all. Meanwhile, quietly, with almost zero fanfare, the Raptors got a little bit better. Nice job, Masai. Nice job. I like it. Eric Smith, Sportsnet 590, The Fan. Always does a great job. E, great to see you. Am I getting too excited about the Thaddeus Young pickup by the Raptors?
I don't think you're getting too excited. First of all, I think you would look good with the James Harden beard.
Oh,
Sid,
I sense
so
a Photoshop in my future. Thanks for the idea, dude. Thanks.
Kind of why I did that. I'm hoping to see it myself. No, listen, I think the Thaddeus Young pickup is a good one for the Raptors. I don't think you're getting overly excited. I think it's worthy and legit excitement for a guy that, as you said, off the top, is defensive-minded, a smart player, a veteran who's been around the block, a guy that the Raptors have had their eye on for a number of years. I know they even tried chasing him in previous incarnations in previous years in free agency. And don't look at his numbers, Sid, or his production this year with the San Antonio Spurs. He was a veteran piece that went over in the DeMar DeRozan transaction in the offseason, a guy that was never going to be in San Antonio's plans, much like Goran Dragic. The difference was Thad Young actually played in a handful of games for the Spurs and was trying to help that young team. Look at his previous years. Look at the body of work overall. A guy that can score, a guy that can rebound, a guy that can defend, a guy that moves the ball pretty well. Not a great shooter, but does a lot of little things well and should fit in seamlessly with what the Toronto Raptors are trying to do, because he's also a multi-positional player that can play a lot of positions, guard a lot of positions, and I think Nick Nurse is going to have a great deal of fun having this guy in his second unit.
Yeah, and the Raptors overall are having fun. They won their 8th straight game last night. We're going to dive into it a bit more here in a second, but you add a versatile player to that group, Milwaukee. We got about 40 seconds, Eric. Look, James Harden now in Philly, Ben Simmons now in Brooklyn. What has this done to the power balance in the Eastern Conference? Is this still Milwaukee's to lose? Where do we sit now?
Yeah, I like the fact that the Bucks picked up former Raptor Serge Ibaka on deadline day as well. So that sort of bolsters them a little bit. I actually am a little bit higher on the move than you are for both teams. I think Philadelphia is in a win now mode. I mean, let's remember just a few years ago they were a shot away from going to the conference finals after losing to the Raptors, and this window is still open for them. And they've done all this damage this year without Ben Simmons. Now you add a James Harden. I think that's good for them. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, not just getting Ben Simmons, but getting Andre Drummond and also Seth Curry in that transaction, I think it was a solid move for Brooklyn, considering James Harden basically didn't want to be there. And now you move forward with Simmons, along with KD and Kyrie for at least half the games. And those other two guys that I mentioned that you picked up, I think it was a solid transaction overall. And I think those teams are definitely going to be in the mix still. And I think it makes both of them better.
Eric, we will get that Photoshop to you at some point today with me sporting James Harden's beard. Hopefully you approve, because you can rock a good beard, as we see. Eric Smith, Sportsnet 590, The Fan. Have a good day, man. Appreciate you.
You as well.
Take care. That was fun yesterday. Good deadline in the NBA.